G'day guys, Sam here, and I'm in the bush right now. We just got dropped off by a helicopter. We're in this part of the bush. I've always wanted to come here. I've always wanted to come visit this hut. I've heard heaps about it. I've seen videos of people hunting here, and so months ago I booked in the chopper flight to come to this hut in the Ureweras, and then a couple months later, or a couple weeks after I booked it, this happened. So yeah, it looks like I'll never get to stay in the hut. But anyway, so I mean, it doesn't change the area or whatever. It makes things a little bit annoying. We've had to fly in tents and stuff and take up quite a bit of room in the chopper. But anyway, besides the fact that the hut is a pile of ash and a pile of fertilizer now, yeah, no, I'm bloody excited to be here. We're in here for 4 nights. Yeah, chasing deer, chasing reds, chasing rooster, and yeah, it's going to be a bloody good time. So enjoy. Let's go. Whoa, is that glass?
That's broken. Yeah, melted glass.
Melted glass.
Must have been pretty hot.
Yep. A graveyard of memories, I guess, if you want to be poetic about it. Blimey neck. All the pungas have been scorched. I put that there. That wasn't sitting there. But yeah, it's a bit sad. I mean, I never yeah, I never visited this hut. I imagine it would be way more. I don't really have much of a connection to it, but I imagine if, you know, people like Paul Michaels, or, you know, people who have trapped in here and lived in these huts for months, I imagine it's probably kind of sad. But anyway, can't do much about it now, and that's as much as I'm going to say about that topic. It's quite a hot topic. No pun intended. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to keep getting our stuff up and then set up camp. Hopefully before another front comes through. Yeah, hopefully. Alrighty, in the bush. Time to do the hunt that I'm sure every man and their dog has done on the day that they come here. Up the ridge right behind the hut. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, I've been going for about an hour now. There's a bit of sign, nothing super fresh, nothing to really pique my interest. So yeah, and I haven't spooked anything, haven't heard anything. That looks pretty fresh. So does this. Alrighty, back at camp. It's dark now, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, no deer seen by any of us actually, and to be honest, there's not much sign, which is a bit disappointing, to be perfectly honest. I'd hyped this place up heaps in my mind. I was like, yeah, there's gonna be deer everywhere, and stuff I've heard on, you know, whatever, like online and stuff like that, saying there's heaps of deer in here, and people have come in here said there's heaps of deer in here. But nah, there's barely any sign in the creeks. I found a couple things of fresh sign, but nah, the only animal I saw was this bloody possum on one of the river flats on the way back, just as it was getting dark. And yeah, I actually managed to get quite close to it before it finally saw me and then kind of bounded off into the bushes. But yeah, that was the only mammal I saw. Yeah, tomorrow the weather's going to be pretty bad. It's going to be raining all day, and it's a bit annoying because the river's already quite high. Like at the moment, it's like crossing it's a little bit marginal. Like it's knee height to thigh height. It's about thigh height on me, and it's bloody strong. So like thigh height's not too bad, but it's frickin' going hard. Like you need a stick, you know, to help you get across. And if I'm wanting to go where I'm planning on going tomorrow, I'll need to cross the creek a couple times, and if it's going to be raining all day, then the creek's only going to get higher and stronger. So I don't know, I'll have to kind of make the call tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do some more hunting around camp, just go downstream or something like that. Bit of walking around in the rain. Well, it's raining. It's the next day, and yeah, the weather is not ideal. It's not windy, but it's just wet. Dad and I went out for a hunt this morning. We woke up first light, went for a bit of a hunt. Didn't see much at all. We saw a baby Theo, which was cool. But apart from that, bugger all, we just got really wet. And yeah, so we've set up the second tarp here to add a bit more shelter, and we've got the old fireplace from the hut. They took it out before they burnt it down, and I've got my new project. My new project for the day is cleaning it out and then magically starting a fire with all the dry wood that's going to be around. Alrighty, take one. See how good I am at finding dry stuff in the bush. Or lighting a match. Cool. Woohoo! That totally didn't take 3.5 hours. Alrighty, you know what they say. Sun's out, guns out. Time to go for an afternoon, evening hunt. Okay, take two. Guys, I just shot my first ever red stag. Okay, yes, it's in velvet, but I am so stoked. Look, it's huge.
It's a beautiful condition.
It's in awesome condition. You always hear in the bloody Ureweras that the reds are scrawny little things, but this is pretty good. Yeah, so I was literally coming down, I was walking down this trail here, and I saw its ass, and it hadn't seen me, and it was kind of just mooching around here. And then I turned the camera on. I don't know if I hit record by the time the camera turned. I don't know if it filmed or not, but anyway, and it kind of walked through here and then saw its shoulder, and boom, and it went to run uphill, changed its mind, came back here, and then fell over. And Dad and Grandpa were here to kind of witness the whole, I mean, they were back a few meters, but yeah.
I just heard a cannon go off.
Yeah, bloody stoked. And check this out, apparently this is a good spot to shoot deer. We'll contribute to the bone pile, I guess. Yeah. Alrighty, so yes, I know he's in velvet, and he actually looks like he had potential. I don't know. I don't think the deer in here get huge, but he already had 6 points at, and he's
still they grow in the urea.
Yeah, exactly. And his pedicles are still, I don't know, he wasn't going to amount to heaps, but either way, you know, like, I don't know, there's heaps of deer in here, so apparently, I mean, this is the first one we've seen, but I don't know, I'm not too fussed about shooting a velvety stag. I know some of you guys might be a bit annoyed, but this is my first ever stag, so, you know, I'll leave the next one, maybe. Alrighty, well, old mate's hanging up there. Got the, you can't really see, some sticks in there, in and out. He's nice and steamy. This stuff, this moss, works a bloody treat to wiping away stuff. Like, it was crazy. It was like bloody spray and wipe. It was mean. So I've cleared away all the blood and the guts and stuff, which is nice, and we're just going to leave it here overnight, and then come back tomorrow morning and cut it up. Alrighty, morning guys, it's day 3 now, I think. Yes, day 3. And the weather is a lot better today, which is awesome. I think the weather's going to actually hold out for hopefully the rest of the trip. Alrighty, well my morning stalk proved uneventful. Sorry about there's a bit of fog on the lens and I can't wipe it off because all my clothes are bloody damp. But anyway, I'm here at the deer. So, just cutting it up. Check this out. This is a good bit of Kiwi ingenuity. I reckon this is all just one long piece of rope. And I just tied it to the end, threaded it through, tied it to the other end, just kind of wrapped it around a branch. And now it's going to be a good skinning station. Alrighty, well, I've taken quite a bit of meat off the deer. Man, you'd think a bloody pack of wolves had come in. I've tried something new. I saw a video on YouTube from this Canadian hunter, and he was showing how to take the rib meat out, and you can take it out by just going over each rib and kind of like going around each rib and rolling it, and you just get this sheet of meat. And you can, like, I don't know, just cover it, lay it out flat, cover it in herbs and stuff and roll it up and then cook it. And apparently it's really good, so I'm going to try that. I only took one of the rib kind of sheaths because the other side was a bit buggered from the bullet wound and stuff. Same with the legs, like the front leg on this is buggered. Where is it? Here we go. There's actually a piece of the bullet right there. So the bullet kind of exploded. See, it's all bruised meat, and to be honest, it's more of the front leg than what a lot of people take. So, and look at this, the reinforcements arrived just in time to help me carry everything out. Bloody good timing. Well, the bags, I kind of forgot that blowfires can get through mutton cloth. So the meat got a little bit blown, so Dan and I had to take all the meat out, scrape all the eggs off, well, I'd say 98% of the eggs off, and now we're just triple bagging it, and we're going to put it in this little creek, or not in the creek, but in like a little spring next to the creek, in the shade, just to keep it nice and cool for the next couple of days. Woo, muscles! Alright. I suppose it's a good thing you didn't fall over. Would have made good footage though. Oh, that's good. Man. Yeah, cool. And then we'll put some ferns over top of it, eh? Alrighty. Now it's cold and camouflaged. Hopefully we don't forget about it. Alrighty, well it's almost 4 o'clock, and I think my plan is to get my stuff, walk up the creek, and just keep walking up the creek. We haven't actually gone very far up the creek in the days we've been here because it's been so high and kind of dodgy to cross. We haven't actually ventured too far, but now after it hasn't been raining all day, so the creek's actually come down and we can see where the rocks are and stuff, and it's a lot less dodgy and it's nice. So we only got as far as 10 Minute Creek. If you guys who hunt around here, you know where 10 Minute Creek is. And yes, that's why I shot my stag up 10 Minute Creek. And yeah, I'm just gonna bypass that tributary, and I think these guys are actually gonna hunt up 10 Minute Creek because that goes for ages. I don't know where the 10 minutes comes from. I'm guessing if you're boosting and the river's nice and low, you get there in 10 minutes. I'm assuming that's probably the name. Or it takes you 10 minutes to shoot a deer, because that's what it took us. But anyway, they're gonna head up 10 Minute Creek. I'm just gonna keep heading up the bloody Manaohou, and yeah, we'll see what happens. See how far I get. Maybe I'll find a slip and park up and shoot a rooster stag. Who knows? Alrighty, well, it's the morning of day 4. Blimmin' heck, we've been in here a while. It was a bit of a lazy sleeping day today. That's the problem with long missions in the summertime. It's a lot of early nights. Sorry, it's a lot of early mornings and very late nights. So, yeah, it was a bit of a sleep-in. No first light hunts for us. But I've got a big mission plan today, going down the creek quite a ways and then up and over a big old ridge to slowly work my way back to camp. I think it's going to be a big all-day mission, so I'm looking forward to it. Should be a bit of fun, and hopefully we bump into something, because there doesn't seem to be much down in the creeks, so the deer must be somewhere. So, and yeah, so I'll head up there and see if there's any up high. I don't know, that's the plan at least. Alrighty, well, I'm up the top of this kind of main ridge. I've just been stalking, well, actually not recently, I've been kind of crashing up recently because the bush has been real shit. But I've been going for about, I don't know, probably 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. And yeah, haven't seen anything. There's been a couple times where I thought I might have heard something, and then thought I might have heard something again, but it's so hard to tell. It could have just been a bird. There's also no sign around. Alrighty, well, back at camp again. I bet I could start frickin' copy pasting these videos. Went for a morning hunt, saw nothing. Went for an afternoon hunt, back at camp, saw nothing. This is our final evening of the trip. We're getting picked up tomorrow about midday, so we might go for a morning hunt. Depends how desperate we are and how tired we are. So yeah, Dad and I are gonna sneak off down the creek. Basically do the same plan as I had yesterday, just walk until it gets dark. Dad and Grandpa went up that creek yesterday. They only got about halfway up it, and they spooked a hind. So there's at least one more deer up that creek, so we're going to stick with what we know and where we know deer live. So we're going to head up that creek, hopefully go even further to where we haven't touched it yet, and see what happens. Fingers and toes crossed. It'd be awesome to shoot another deer, because it's a long way to come and only shoot one deer. I think what's happened, my prediction is that there used to be heaps of deer here, and we could tell by all the bones that are everywhere. Like, there's bones all in the creek, bones up behind camp, bones bloody everywhere. So a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I reckon this place was just pumping, but now there's been too many deer. They've chewed out all the bush because there's not much feed left. Like, you can see there's heaps of spots where there was feed and now it's all gone, and I reckon it's all the deer have just moved on to, you know, greener pastures. So yeah, that's what I reckon's happened anyway. But either way, whatever the reasoning, there's bugger all deer here at the moment, which is a real shame. But anyway, this is our last evening to get something, so fingers crossed. Alrighty, well, it's the next day. Unfortunately, that evening hunt last night was unsuccessful. Yeah, we spooked a hind, which was cool, and had it barking at us for a bit. We never would have seen it if it hadn't have barked. It was like way up on a face, and we were crossing the creek down below. But Dad caught a glimpse of it as it ran away, so at least we've seen another deer. So that's 3 deer seen on this 4-day trip. Yeah, but bit sad, to be honest. But the craziest thing happened. We walked past the remains of the stag that I shot, and check this out, the antlers had hardened up and grown. So, no, just kidding. We found this cast last night at least, so that's kind of cool. Just a little 3-pointer, which is, you know, at least we came home from that hunt not completely empty-handed. So this will be a good chew toy for the dog. But anyway, we're just packing up now, waiting for the chopper to come pick us up in a couple hours, so yeah. Well, to be nice to the next people who are here, we've got our leftover firewood and some kindling, and we've put it here underneath this, and we've actually blocked up the chimney, so hopefully the inside of this doesn't get too wet. So that wasn't too fun. And also, always on the hustle. Alrighty, we've got all our stuff wrapped up in this tarp. We've still got half an hour till the chopper comes, and the weather is threatening to be a little bit rainy, so yeah, we've just kind of wrapped up all our stuff, and yeah, now we're just going to wait around. So I'm going to end the video here, so thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow NZ Chronicles on Instagram, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.